Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, where it's all about creating the life you want, the business you want, and making a real difference. Join us in unlocking the code to true success. And now your host, Tony Caliendo, Master Coach with Rethink Coaching.
Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, episode number 11. I'm Tony Caliendo, Master Coach here at Rethink Coaching. And as always, I'm really grateful to have you here with me today, sharing your time and spending some time together. Today, I want to talk about goals, all right? And whether you're an entrepreneur, real estate, in whatever industry or business you're in, or you're just a human being looking to set a goal to live your best life possible, I want to talk to you today about goal setting. And this is not your normal, increase your sales by 10% over last year. That's not the goal that I want us to talk about today. Today, I want you to start thinking in terms of a big, audacious, how in the world could you even think of that kind of goal? Okay. And it's something that a lot of us maybe haven't done ever or in a very long time. And it may take a moment for you to allow your brain and your mind to just go there, to think about what would be a really big, audacious, how in the world did you think of this kind of goal? All right. So I want to talk about a couple things with you right now, though. I don't know when and I don't know how, but at some point in life between childhood and young adulthood, we are told to be more serious. We are told to stop making pretend or to daydreaming, right? We're told to get serious, get our work done, get our schoolwork done, figure out what we want to do in life, go to college and get it done, or go to a trade, or just go get a job. And at some point along the line, we stop allowing ourselves to dream. And probably the best example I can give of this is think about when you were a kid and you played make believe, make pretend, whatever you wanted to call it. You played that game, right? A group of you got together, or sometimes you did it on your own, where you pretended to be something that you weren't. All right. So, maybe you were pretending to be a nurse or a doctor or a teacher or a mom or a dad or a farmer or a truck driver or a scientist or an actress or an actor, whatever it was. We just allowed ourselves to go there without a whole lot of thought about it. We just became what that was, what that dream was, or what that goal was for the day, for the moment. Not once. So I'm just going to use an example. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a truck driver because I thought driving all day long would be amazing. But not once did I think about, does it take a different kind of driver's license? How old do you have to be? Do you have to buy your own truck? Do you get a truck? Do you have to get a specific license? What kind of insurance do you have? How much does the truck cost? What is it like to get hired? None of that. I just became a truck driver in my mind for the day. Same thing if you're pretending to be a doctor, right? You don't think about, how many years of school will it take? How much will it cost? Do I have enough money? What does it take to get into med school? What about the MCATs? What about? We don't do that. We just become. But at some point that's taken away from us. And I think that's probably one of the biggest crimes committed. And that's extreme. But I think it's one of the harshest realities that happens to us moving into from being a youth into being a younger person, that we all of a sudden have to get serious. So why am I giving you those examples? Because I know what's going to happen if you allow yourself to think about a really big, audacious, how dare you kind of goal. Sometimes the first thing that we do is go to the how. How am I going to do it, right? How am I going to afford med school? What about the MCATs? How will I? We didn't do that, but it's natural tendency as adult to go there. So I want you to give that up for the moment. I want you to give up worrying about the how. And I just want you to allow yourself to dream really big and to think about something that maybe has been burning deep down inside that you keep pushing aside and pushing aside and pushing aside for many reasons. It wasn't the right time. Kids, family, finances. You had a decent job, and why would you risk that to go, chase this crazy dream of yours or this big, audacious goal. And we push it aside and push it aside and push it aside. And here's what I know. That will be the one of the things that we may regret towards the end of our life, that we didn't just try it. And so I'm just inviting you to let go of the how. Don't how yourself out of the goal. Because it can happen. I promise you, it can happen. So I'm going to share with you an example of what a big, audacious, how dare you even think of that goal is on a personal level. So I moved to Dallas, Texas, and after a few years of being there, I was in the hotel industry. I moved into the real estate world, and I sold real estate for, gosh, almost 20 years. And I had the idea always burning inside as time went on that Dallas was not my end all. It was not where I wanted to end up in life. I had two of my favorite places, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Dana Point, California, were my go-tos when I needed to recharge my batteries. And one day I had a crazy thought of, what if I lived there? What if I allowed myself to experience that on the regular? Not one, both cities. Now, you want to talk about having a moment where I thought to myself, who do you think you are? Right? You've built this amazing professional career, and it involved us, Reagan and I. Both of us built great professions in that city. And who were we to think that we could actually make this happen and walk away from that? And we didn't really walk away, but had a strategy as to how we could make it happen and just do it. Well, it seems to a lot of people that we just did it, but behind the scenes, man, were we working. And a lot of the work came from managing our mindset and our thoughts. Because if you go back to podcast number 1, where we talk about thoughts impacting feelings, actions, and results, right? Feelings and emotions. You have to know that when I had this thought, and when we started talking about it as a couple, and then we started talking about it publicly, boy, was it messing with mindset and thoughts. Big time. Big time. So fortunately, I had an amazing coach that really does a lot of the same coaching that we do with mindset NLP work. And I was able to work through a lot of the junk that was coming up, the thoughts, the programming, the limiting beliefs, the old habits that I had, the just what most of us go through. And I was able to work through that to the point that I felt confident enough that we could put together an actual strategy and now figure out the how. The how didn't come until my brain was in alignment and congruent with owning this goal. Then really the work started, the mindset work, then the strategy on how to do it. But the mindset wasn't one and done. Trust me when I say that voice, those thoughts that you have, the 60,000 thoughts with 80% of them being negative, we're talking up a storm throughout that process. Are you sure you want to do this? What if you fail? What if you can't make the same money you made? What if? And how are you going to do it? I mean, this is crazy. All of that was going on because I'm just a human being. Fortunately, I had the right coach in place and the right resources and tools. I'm telling you that because I don't want you to get caught up in that. I really don't. If you just listen to podcast 1 and learn how to manage your thoughts when you come up with this big, audacious goal, you'll be leaps and bounds ahead of most people. So do yourself a favor. Take a moment and just reflect. What is one big, big goal that if you achieved would change the trajectory of your business and your life and allow you to experience true joy and happiness? What is it? And just sit with that. That's it. Just ask yourself what it is. Do not allow yourself to go to, I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. I don't know how I can afford it. I'm embarrassed to tell people, what if I fail? Don't do that. Don't. There'll be plenty of time for that. I promise you, plenty of time for you to experience that, because that's how our brain works. Just sit with and think about what that one goal could be. And if it doesn't scare the bejeebies out of you, if it doesn't make your stomach hurt, make you kind of want to vomit, make you scratch your head thinking, what in the world? I'm telling you, you're not thinking big enough. You're just not. And we're falling into some limiting beliefs just because of how our society is. How dare you think that? Why would you walk away from something so amazing that you already have? We just don't allow ourselves to lean into the yes, and I live a great life. And this is something that I've always wanted to do. It could be a change of career. It could be a change of cities. It could be a number of things. It could be a financial number that is like so amazing that once you hit it, that things will change for you. You have different problems, but the problems you have now might go away if you hit a certain financial goal. If you grow your real estate team, if you sell your real estate team, if you open that business you've always wanted to open, if you choose to engage in a relationship with somebody because you want that part of your life, whatever it is. I want it to be big and I want it to scare the heck out of you. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but I promise you, if it doesn't, you're selling yourself short. You are falling short and you're going to fall back to living a decent life, but not the big life that I believe everybody is entitled to have. And here's what I'm going to say. Every single goal that you choose to set for yourself or have the audacity to think of, and I love using that word because it's like, how dare you? But you should have audacity to think it. Whatever that goal is, you can achieve. You can achieve it 100%. Now, am I saying it's going to be easy? It might not be. Am I saying that it's not going to be full of doubt and thoughts and, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm not saying that either. I am saying, though, if you commit to it and you believe in it and you manage your thoughts and your mindset, and then you put together a strategy to make it happen, like what we did to do what we're doing, put that strategy together and refuse to give in. Because trust me, there were a lot of roadblocks. There were a lot of things that happened. I can think of a big one, the pandemic, that was happening when a lot of these moving parts were going on. You have to be so committed to the goal and believe in that goal at a level like you've never believed in anything before, and constantly work your mindset and pivot when necessary, but never pivot away from the goal. Never pivot away from the goal. Listen to the feedback. You may fail. And I love if you do, because failure is feedback. So you just take that feedback and you go again. You just never allow yourself to give up on that goal or that dream, because any goal is possible. I'm living proof of it, team. I set some pretty big goals in my life. And I will tell you, every time I do it, I'm like, are you kidding me? You're doing this again? What the flip? Just sit and enjoy. And I don't think that's in my DNA. I constantly want to be exploring the outskirts of who I am. And I constantly want to be pushing my limits to be the best person that I could be and enjoy life at a level like never before. So I'm inviting you to do the same thing. I'm inviting you to get out of this tunnel vision of what your life is and go explore the outskirts, the outer boundaries of your world, and see what's out there and see what you're willing to do. You will never be the same. And it's a cool experience to own a goal at such a level that you'll scream it from the mountaintops. You'll tell whoever's listening about it. You may get some people telling you you're crazy. Why are you doing that? And you just hold firm to it. So today's message, dream big. I want you all to really take a look at where you are in your business, in your life, and just think of one really big goal that when you achieve it, changes everything and allows all other goals that you have to happen at a quicker and an easier pace. If you need some support, don't feel like you've got to do this alone. Like I said, I had a really great coach when I decided to do this and helped me through the really difficult stuff. It wasn't the actions. Taking the actions was not difficult. It was the mindset part that was the hardest. So we've got amazing group coaching programs. We have a 6-week program that is based upon just mindset work to help you pick a goal and to work through and a 6-week program to work through all of the mindset tools and resources you need to keep yourself moving forward. We've got amazing one-on-one coaching. And of course, if you need a strategy call or just a quick call, we're always here to help you out. So do me a favor. If you like this, like it, share it with anybody that you think needs to be challenged to a really big goal. I think this is kind of fun to do with a friend, a peer, a spouse, a significant other, whoever, that you can work on your big goal and they can work on their big goal and you can be there to help each other out. So go dream big, go set a huge goal for yourself and put it in the comments. Tell me what you're going to do. Reach out to me. I'm excited, always excited to hear when people give themselves permission to dream big. Go make it a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you must come check out the Mindset Architect Group Coaching Program. It's our monthly program where we explore the power of your mindset, help you identify what you truly want in business and life, and then help you reach those goals. Come check us out at rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. That's rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. We'll see you there.